Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and copy some images to my folder and just show you how the file system will update. So let's say this test one looks like a good one. Let's go ahead and copy it, edit, copy. I'm gonna place it on my folder I created for sites, lesson 1 site, and it's always a good practice to have a exclusive images folder. Now my Finder's gonna mess it up, so I'm gonna go ahead and leave it on title folder, but you should name it images, and do paste item. So there it is. Let's go back to Dreamweaver and see what the file system did. Well, now quickly enough, I thought it was gonna take a bit longer than that. If it does, just be patient with it. You'll see that there is all the new updates automatically. So let's go ahead and say that that's the image I want to place in there. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna tell it that's the source. And in my properties panel, that's very simple. Wow. Okay, so now I'm out. Now I can click it again. So over here I have that selected, and in my source I'm just going to use the same system. I'm going to go ahead and pinpoint that test file. Okay. I want it to be linked to my Facebook as well because we're talking about that part, and now my target I want it to stay in the self. Now I can place my alternate text in here now, so I'm going to go ahead and do Facebook thumbnail image. And actually, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and apply a border of 2 pixels. You can play with these. You can also have some main basic image editing tools in here. I never use them, so I'd rather use. I'm sorry. It'll have to be border just 2. And then you can also apply. The position of it. So, all right. The next thing I want to do is, well, now it's there. The next thing I do want to do is show you another property of the images. Sometimes Dreamweaver can be very clunky, kind of, squarey, I would like to call it. So their intention to become a little bit more flexible is in here. Let's say that you have this map and you have it as a full link to the Facebook, but you actually don't want the entire link in there. You actually want each one of these little icons or words to be linked to different places. So that's why you have your mapping tool. So let's say right now the best one that fits this design is a square one. You have the circular one, or actually they're called hotspots. You can have one that is polygon or no specific shape. Let's use that one for the fun of it. So you just click. I'm sorry. That just create a tiny little bit of a dot. Let's go ahead and undo. Let's go ahead. You have to click and drag and create like a line there. And then another one, then another one, and then another one, and then close it. So that's the first one, but like you see, it was kinda not clean. So the one that fits better here is my rectangles, and I'll create the the third one, and I'll just leave it like that. Now all those windows prompt me that it was important to fill out the information for each hotspot. So to do the selection of each one, I'll select my little arrow in here and select my first one and tell it, okay, it's not an empty link, so I'm gonna remove the little number sign, and I'm gonna go ahead and say, well, this first part is actually gonna go to the browser, and the next one is actually gonna go to Facebook, and the third one is actually gonna go to the page 2. Okay, so that's how you use it. It has a little flexibility. Now I do want to show you as well. Let's go back to, let's see if it didn't save it. Yeah, there it is. I want to